guys, it's me, Shmee. Wait. This is an E92 M3. Wait. So if you take a closer look at this F80 M3, it is absolutely dirty. Hideous. The dirtiest it's ever been. It's dirtier than the i3. And it is because I am daily driving it. But why would I drive my newer car rather than my older car as my daily driver? Well, let's get into it. The first reason is it's a little bit too loud on startup. I feel like my neighbors don't really like me already, so I don't know. I don't think adding a roaring V8 start will help them like me anymore. So one of the major questions that I get on this car is, how's the gas mileage? Well, as you can see, 6 miles to the gallon. Oh, I didn't even think it was that bad. Okay, let's restart this. Okay, let's clear this. So let's go get some gas. Oh, another thing that's bad about this car, I feel like it's a bit lower than my F80. And I'm on stock suspension on both cars, but this car is definitely a lot lower for some odd reason. Now, the first thing I want to get into and just get it out of the way is I have not done rod bearings. I'm at almost 73,000 miles. And I've driven this car really cautiously. I don't race it. I think I only take it to the canyons once or twice a year. And if you're the type that drives really hard on their cars, and you typically go to the racetrack, you really want to do your rod bearings before you even drive the car. For me, this is just kind of like my weekend cruiser, so I haven't done rod bearings. I think I'm gonna wait until I'm at 80,000 miles because I really do take good care of this car. If you have this car as a daily driver, keep in mind that one of the biggest things about preserving the engine is how you warm it up. Don't rev past 3 grand when it's warming up. You want to wait until your optimum engine temp, and that's 210 degrees. Some people say a little bit lower, but I like to play it safe and wait until 210 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're the kind of person that wakes up super late and you need to drive fast, this car is not the car for you. Unless, while you're in the shower, you turn on the car and you let it warm up a little bit. But even then, that's bad for the car. So this car really isn't good for a daily commute. And with the way this engine sounds, even though I said it's bad that it's loud, I love the way it sounds, but one of the hardest things is not revving it when it's cold, because you just want to gun it. By the way, I'm really liking these paddle shifters. I installed these a few videos back, and of course no one really watched it, but I like it. One thing that this car has going for it is that it is a dual clutch. Right around this area, I like to step it up one level and warm up the DCT. Ooh. Now that is one thing that doesn't get old with this car. I wish that I would have gotten my F80 M3 as a DCT instead of a manual, and this car has a manual. But live and learn, I guess. I've been driving for a few minutes and this car is still not warmed up. So definitely, if you have a short commute, your car will definitely be cooled the entire commute. So I just filled up. On the way here, I got 16 miles to the gallon. So I think the 16 miles to the gallon is maybe more of a real world kind of MPG in the city, and that's nothing to brag about, really. So right around here is where I really start driving the car kind of aggressively. As you can see, I put premium fuel. I believe it's like 16-gallon tank. So it's not a humongous tank, but when you're not doing great gas mileage, you're gonna be filling up a lot. But don't get me wrong, when the car is fully warmed up, this is the most beautiful engine that BMW has ever made. Okay, maybe it's second to the V10, but this engine sounds beautiful. And dare I say it, I think it's the best sounding M car, specifically M3, that BMW has ever made, by far. Those downshifts are just too good. Too good. It is so precise. It is quick. From third to second gear. Woo! Well, it's kind of hard to drift with one hand. But you can definitely see how this car can get you in trouble if you drive it on a daily basis. Overall, I think this car is one of the most beautiful cars that BMW has ever made. And while I choose not to drive it as a daily driver, it can definitely be a great daily driver, being that it's one of the best cars that BMW has made. I choose to keep it in the garage, to keep it kind of low miles, because I think that this car is definitely going to be a collectible. Maybe 2 videos ago I said that I was thinking about selling it, but based off of all the comments, everyone agrees that this car will definitely go up in value. So I keep it in the garage, tucked away. I drive it once a week, and I just take good care of it. And with these kind of cars, especially say older Porsches, cars of collectability, just treat it well. And if you can afford to get a daily driver, just get a daily driver. So all in all, this car is not a good daily driver for me personally. But needless to say, aside from rod bearings, this car is really reliable. I've never been stranded on the side of the road. I've never had any mechanical issues. I even don't have any leaks with the valve cover or anything like that. So it is definitely a great car to daily drive, but I choose not to, simply because this car is a bit better for a daily driver. If you guys are interested in my videos, like and subscribe. Check out my next video where I go in depth and in detail of why I think the F80 M3 is better of a daily driver compared to the E92 M3. I'm not gonna lie though, I really like seeing these two cars together. Let's give this car a quick wash. So I have been daily driving this F80 M3, and I've chosen to keep this car tucked away. If you don't believe me, look at how dirty this car is. It's absolutely filthy. And it's even dirtier than the i3. And if you want to see how dirty it truly is, look at all my daughter's crap over here. So it's definitely daily driven to the max. So let's give this car a good wash. Oh, clean. Catch me on the next one, guys.